Despite what conservatives say, if you are cohabitating with your significant other, you should not be in any rush to get married. At least that's what, believe it or not, the National Bureau of Economic Research says. They are working on a paper to figure out which couples live happier lives. And if you are in a happy relationship and you're living with your significant other, you are just as likely to be happy as someone who is married. Now, studies show, which I also found surprising, that over the long term, married couples tend to be happier than single individuals. And I'm talking about single people who are not cohabitating with the significant other. Let me give you the details of their study. To arrive to their conclusions, the researchers studied 3 separate data sets that included information about thousands of couples: the United Kingdom's annual population survey, the British Household Panel survey, and the Gallup World Poll. Then they controlled for couples' age, gender, income, and health conditions, all of which could potentially affect their results. Here's what they found. The increased happiness levels the researchers found to be linked with marriage held true for best friend couples who lived together too, even if they weren't married. So the best friend portion of that sentence is the most important part. If your significant other is someone that you identify as your best friend, you are likely to be in the happiest relationship, regardless of whether or not you're married.
So this goes towards the age-old question: is, are you supposed to marry someone who's compatible with you, or are you supposed to marry someone who's the opposite of you, so that you have a, it's a good match? Mm-hmm. And then, if you're anal, she's relaxed, and then you wind up having, some sort of harmonious relationship because you guys are not the same, right? Mm-hmm. I've never thought that was a legitimate theory.
Right.
Okay. Of course, you should marry your best friend because you guys are best friends. Are you more likely to get along? By definition, you've been getting along as best friends. If you're going to go, opposites attract. Yeah, they might attract, but in the long run, you're going to have a lot of problems. You're going to keep on clashing. And so I think this is fairly obvious, but it's good to see some data behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also good to see that there is scientific evidence proving that there really is no rush to get married. You're going to be just as happy if you are cohabitating with your significant other and you're not married yet. This was good information for me. I enjoyed this. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of societal pressure. It's all about, if you're not getting married, then it means that you guys aren't really in love, or you guys aren't taking your relationship to the next level. But
you know what I want to say? I want to say, hey, why don't you let me decide?
Yeah.
That, right? Who are you to tell me whether I'm in love or in love enough? And so all the societal pressure is bullshit, okay? You do, in the immortal words of Ana Kasparian, you do you, boo. Okay, and if it turns out you got the right boo, well, then you'll be in much better shape whether you're married or not.